If walls could talk, Dhekelia Station would have 70 years of stories to tell. The army garrison was built in 1953, designed by the Royal Engineers, costing £10 million at the time. With the number of military units based here decreasing over the years, Dhekelia has transformed from a garrison to a station as it's known today. In that time, it's witnessed Cyprus gain independence from Britain, the war with Turkey in 1974, and has been called home by thousands of military personnel and their families, all whilst providing operational military support. Pete Parish was sent to Dhekelia 25 years ago as the garrison's admin officer. As a veteran, he still plays a part in station life.
When I arrived in 1998, it was a very, very busy station. There were 9 subunits within the station. Not counting the rib, there were probably 17 or 1800 military, plus their families. And this is where all the rations for the whole of the island were kept. And there was a cold store, a 6-month cold store, maintained here in the event of another 1974 occasion. In 2007, the garrison started to become smaller. We lost 6-2 Squadron, Royal Engineers. We lost the Postal and Courier Unit. So everything that was done in Dhekelia for many, many years shifted down to Akrotiri and Episcopi.
Jenny grew up on Dhekelia Garrison in the late 80s. She returned here 8 years ago as a primary school teacher.
I moved here in 1987 and I used to live in this house here. I think we were there for a couple of years and then we moved to 2 other houses down the road. And strangely, I'm actually in the house next door to one of the houses I used to live in with my own family. Obviously the community's changed, lots of the places have changed, but it's still got that real vibrant community feel to it. There are a few people like me who have kind of left and come back. Yeah, I think Cyprus does have a real pull for many people. It was such an incredible experience.
The station's 70th anniversary is a chance for Neville to take a trip down memory lane. He was 25 when he moved to the base as a teacher.
So this is Mr. Clark, who was a teacher at King Richard School. When did you teach here?
66 to 72. 1966 to 70. The year that England won the World Cup in 1966. It was like coming into a brand new world. It was like coming into George Orwell's The World of Tomorrow. I just could not believe when I arrived here how different it was. In fact, it was something that's impacted on my life for the rest of my life up to the age of 83, which I am now. It was always an interesting job teaching these children because they were, shall we say, experienced because they'd moved around with their parents. So they knew what the world was about in different parts of the world. So it wasn't like teaching a child from UK, where I'd come from. So it was new to me and it was new to them. 2 years after I left the island, there was an invasion. And in fact, my wife was here on holiday, was caught up in the invasion with my daughter and had to be evacuated via the camp down to Akrotiri and back to Bryce Norton.
Fast forward to today and Dhekelia Station is home to around 1,250 people, made up of military personnel, family members and civilian workers. And half a mile down the road from here, you have Alexander Barracks, home to the Regional Infantry Battalion. They're rotated through every 2 years. Dhekelia Station, a community in itself, sits in the eastern part of the British sovereign base areas in Cyprus, made up of British military and local citizens.
The British culture in the base in Dhekelia, and we are talking about the military and the family members as well. Beyond that, we have the Greek Cypriot culture, which is, again, another culture that we either have them working in the space, residing in the space, or crossing through the space. A third culture is the Turkish Cypriots, which again, the same with Greek Cypriots. The fourth culture, which is the tourist footprint, the tourist culture. And this is mainly because the Dhekelia base sits in between the Larnaca International Airport on one side, and on the other side, the most touristical attraction on island, which is Ayia Protaras. And the fifth culture is the United Nations footprint on island. And obviously, because of the location of the base here in Dhekelia, which is adjacent to the Turkish control site area, we have the United Nations patrolling the buffer zone, obviously, which is outside the space. So we are a diverse and a multicultural entity.
The station doesn't show signs of slowing down, with a new primary school opened by the Princess Royal this year, a new med centre on the way, and housing upgrades in the pipeline. It's the people who have kept Dhekelia Station running for 70 years. No doubt the many who have lived and worked on the base, and those who are yet to, will be interested to see what the next 70 years holds. Sophie Kakoyannis, Forces News, Dhekelia, Cyprus. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.